Young person or teenager. The adolescent got excited about getting a skateboard for his birthday. Attitude. Attitude is a natural ability or skill. He has a natural aptitude for wonder skin. Compliment. To compliment is to say a nice thing about something or someone or something. A coworker compliment her for doing a good job. Hinder. To hinder is to keep someone or something from doing something. All the traffic hindered me from getting to work on time. Journalism. Journalism is the work of collecting the news to put the newspaper on TV. Become a teacher, I was in journalism. Jury. A jury is a group of people that listen to a trial or say if someone is guilty. The juror listens closely to the attorney before they make a decision. Justice. Justice is the fairness in the way that you treat other people. People turn to court system when they are seeking justice. Liberty. Liberty is the freedom to do what you want. To many people, the statue of liberty is a symbol of freedom. Literary. If someone is something is literary, it invokes literature in some way. He worked hard to create a successful literary career. From pharmacy. A pharmacy is a place where medicine is sold. Must sell medicine to people at the pharmacy. Pill. A pill is a small object that has medicine inside. She took a pill for a headache. Presume. To presume is to believe that something is true without being certain. Cindy raised his hand. The teacher presumed he knew the answer. Privacy. To have privacy is to be away from other people. We find on the door so we can have some privacy. Punishment. A punishment is something that one must endure for any wrongdoing. He was given a punishment for being rude to a teacher. Sensible. Assumption is a good decision. It was sensible for her to save some money each month. Slide. A slide is a piece from something larger than the cage. The girl enjoyed a slide of cake at a birthday party. Sorrow. Sorrow is a very sad feeling. The girl felt sorrow after the best friend moved away. Straw. A straw is a thin tube that is used to suck a liquid into the mouth. And turn to draw. Squirrel. To squirrel it to become larger and rounder. My sister's stomach became squirrel after she got pregnant. Tidy. When something is tidy, it's clean and in order. Leon is always with a very tidy boy. Matthew learned a lesson. Matthew was a sensible boy. He always kept it tidy and had a natural literary aptitude. One day he hoped to have a career in journalism. He at lessons they must have a time reading and liked having privacy, but his quiet personality hindered ability to make friends. One day, Marty went to the pharmacy to pick up some pills for his grandmother. He saw some boys that they get against the pole outside. One of the boys promptly mentioned Matthew. I like the jacket. Another boy asked, "You want to go to the next restaurant?" "Sure," Matthew said. The boy walked to the restaurant. They was going to ask slightly a pizza. They ordered their food and drink soda withdrawn. They ate until the belly swelled up. Matthew was having so much fun. One of the boys said, "Let's leave without pay." Matthew didn't want to, but he presumed to the new friend wouldn't like it who didn't. Suddenly the boy could yell, "Stop!" The still other boy ran. Within Matthew the alarm. When the billet arrived, They ring around paying for the meal as the same as stealing. Says the police says officer, the restaurant was arrested. So next week they had to go to the court and let the jury decide the punishment. When they went to the court, they cut out, "You did everything to save Matthew?" He said, "I feel sorry for what I done. Now I know that real friend would ask you to do something illegal." The jury then even had liberty that they made Matthew pick up Charles as punishment. Much to Matthew's surprise, he ended up meeting some new friend. Other people go from not having the bed to get the world had no choice it come totally stagnant. To condition the right to go from the situation we are really okay to get to something greater. I think about this, what good you are and what excites you. It's all relative. You know, to have to waste no $25. Exciting more that you made to this day of a million bucks. You know you did your first time, but then now you begin from the mind now to out of mind. Got to get a percent. What did that feel like? You make $1 million and join nobody in history that and that need you for them. It's unbelievable. Always to quoting about the money. Let's they got exactly got the money, but there was something like oh that half the clothes I can buy. I think actually quoting is the term it was a breaking through like another, like better, a brother. So that boy was in a party back to run. And that boy got the gorilla had been price of my fear, but the only world got the fear and for some people I think them catcher the also a less reason of who and the capable of labs of front to be alive or great. That's it about little Fry could pick up another skill, gets more freedom from my life. Understand, I'm not having to go and try to act perfectly like what I'm to do for the match pick, which I'm to do what I go to richer. I want to do one thing that condition my mind. I should get strong, I fall through and go reach or listen to someone. I must myself go from an intense shock and go frequent and do it constantly as a stage when I fall through, for the people fall through instead. Second, I've got to clear about what is in lot from me, got the best concern, Lord. That I'm going to matter to lie to create some freedom. As a matter overnight, got system, I got a plan. What to do one thing today, got to go to 1 second to week. That's going to be a figure out of like industrial, next is going to be basically pure and traffic. Next week, I'm going to I need to get to a goal. I got to make 1,000 balls and 15 balls in the week and take my 2500 start first 2500 over started. I believe. And I got the trying to get up my chin and to truck driver. I got 24,000 years being immersed and be my fail. And the careful that very that would truck right and take it. I take it out in my favorite and get to my kick and my kick. Right. 36 years old ago I got my 3 gun the month. Why did that add to my mind if the girl can make 10 to grand of the world, 10 grand a day I have to get to a day, if I got $1 million a day, I could day be 400 million a day. Start by the company to public my first start. I got from heighted though, got the count. Let's go. You're right, on the furthest stunning, prominent, weirdest kid. That I'm not sure, I think because they totally knows on stage. I got the idea 15,000 people that got memos and they try to that way. I do the lab watching in the house, they got the braces, I got to stop. But little boy now, wow, that's cool. Like, okay, that's not so stupid I, but like on right back to what I love. Once you break through, that become the game. The people and the getting the broadcast not get broken to in focus. The breakthrough happened by conditioning the mind every day by feeling that a role model is stalling, putting the on the big state, they flow through by get physical strong, they get a little richer deeper each day and they get momentum. The momentum it was that why absolute at what it must for you. It doesn't have to be the kind of work, it has to be something to hungry for. Get different people hungry, you not hungry, get a lot of people hungry, something hate you. Thinking was substance. How do people go from not having the best in the world, have no choices, I'm totally sick of this, to condition their mind to go from the situation where they are very okay to get some later. I think about this. What pissed you are? I must tell you. Either relatives. You know, $325. It's like you more that more to this day, having a million pounds, didn't your first 24 person die. That from is my million pounds to get out of my because that for a second. What does feel like? It makes a million bucks in even though in history in that done it. You fallen just unbelievable. Over the question about the money. That's exactly right. That's exactly real about the money. What do I think I owe that somebody car they can buy? I just got certain a sitter that was the breaking through like another like barrier of progress. So that's why it's gotten the project back to war. And that's why what they really got to my fear, what they really was got to fear. And for some people, I think in some cases also a recognition of where I'm capable of love somebody who life as a great as is found. But if I could take up another skill that can bring more freedom for my life, and instead, I'm not having to go up and try it out because right now what I want to do for the next 8 weeks, I'm going to do what I call literature. I want to do one thing that they condition my mind. As I get strong, I flow through categories, some listen something, I immerse myself, go for intense thoughts, go which I do in constantly to get the state of kind of flow through. Other people flow in state. Second, God care about why this is the must for me, the God make again the world. That's because I want to master the life to get some freedom. But I don't master overnight, but gonna stick to my God's plan. What do one thing today, got to go one subject a week, got to go to or figure out what to go body in tragedy. Next week got to be basic building traffic. In next week I want to military the price of this, I want to two girl, whatever I did see. Got 1,000 bucks, my $3 in the week. I got to make 2,500. That first 2,500 more excited. I believe the first 300 I remember challenging to as my private truck driver, making 24,000 a year because make almost every family I work hard for it. Well, thank God. Track right. A truck, I pull my finger that I could do in my teeth right. That is a year ago, I can make 3 gains a month. Why did our my and that degree in my did 10 grand a month 10 grand a day, can get a day, then I'll make $1 million a day. I got a day, be $400 million a day. Stock by the company, the public, my personal stock. I was probably out it doesn't carry out and check the people. You're right, people remember the first story. Before I be this so okay. I'm not sick right and not I'm not they told me when I was on stage. I was audience because of 15 million people can you don't just break. I do the love, rock the house and got go crazy and got to stop. 14 billion bucks right now, wow, that's cool. Like, okay, that's so stupid. Like, what next? Got right back to what I love. Once you break through and you just become a game, the people are getting your product and not broken through and your cases. Breakthrough happens by conditioning the mind every day by feeding it a role model or story. Putting the cell in the big state to flow through with getting physical strong to get a little richer a little bit each day and to get momentum. The most thinkable what is started out. Why? Honestly, the master for you. I don't have to be at the against of the world, but has to be something to hungry for. Because audience people hunger not hungry, and there are people that hungry something to hate you. Start attending workshop seminar.